The Corsair Dream League Season 9 underway. Me and Odie Pixel coming at you.
Let's go.
You gonna sit here next to me this time?
No.
No? Okay. See ya.
See ya!
See ya.
As Grant would say.
See ya.
That's a Grant term, isn't it?
See ya.
See ya!
I mean, everybody says that.
Now, Grant, yeah, but Grant says
Grant
it the best.
says a lot of things.
Grant says it the best.
Grant says a lot of things.
See ya! I can't do it. I can't do it in the
See
same.
ya.
See ya.
Immortals smoked up.
See ya.
Looking to try to get a pick off at the start.
See ya.
The ward does not get spotted there because Immortals is smoked. They place them both pretty much on top of each other. Can they find anything?
Dubu. They found it. SVG.
Can they get him though? They're under tower. They gotta be careful. The lift.
30 seconds to battle.
Little surprise there.
Affirmative.
Rio did not skill or use dagger. I think that would have got them the kill, wouldn't it? Or not? We disagree.
I didn't see how exactly close he was. Was he right on top of him?
I think it's questionable. We'll let him off now, Rio. We'll let you off, Rio.
And they get the instant D ward, but now to SVG, he also gets the D ward as well. So ward for ward.
The battle begins.
They're kind of running between the lanes. Doesn't seem like they know exactly where they want to position it. They want the bat versus the brew.
Yeah, Furby drops a banger down in the mid lane.
Yep.
Gets that vision, so they can eye out these movements and side lanes. We'll see what sort of matchups we're going to get at the moment. Support's coming down to help out Velo on the bottom for Immortals. They've got 3 down here. And leaving the PL on his own up top against what at the moment is just a Rubik, but of course the rest of the team are on the way. Yeah. So this is what, Storm dodging the aggression of Immortals?
They want the bat versus the brew, and they want to pressure the PL with the tri lane.
Okay.
That's what their ideal is. And all right, Rubik. He's got some last hits. He's got both of them, plus a ward already. 3-0.
Go on, taking over SVG. Oh, take that one. Oh!
He's free farming Rubik. He's got boots already now.
4 CS at a minute in.
And they will now rotate the supports from Immortals up top. So I mean, Snaking's going to be super happy down bottom if he continues to be Versa Brewmaster.
This is a scary lane for Immortals.
Try versus try.
Because you're going to get dragged back. Dubu falling low. They will we got Fairby. Actually, Fairby, of course, punching quite heavily here.
Yep, he hits all 3 heroes with the Spirit plus 63, MSS.
Dancing around Fairby quite nicely.
The thing is that it's a 2 melee lineup versus a tri lane with ranged on the side of Storm.
They can kite.
Yeah, they can kite very nicely, and they always will have that bottle for the extra regen.
Yeah.
And the supports, to be honest, the supports on the side of Immortals, they only have 1 tango each. And Dubu actually expended his last one, so they've got no regen up here. So I said it the other day too, but I'll keep repeating it, is versus IOs, it's all about the rune control. So 10 seconds to the bounty rune is going to be incredibly important. They can't let this IO just abuse getting both of them.
I mean, the way it's playing at the moment, it looks like VGJ.Storm aren't going to be able to get both of the bounties.
Yep, well, IO will get both, keep that bottle filled up, keep that sustain going.
Tamada getting the space to farm up top. Mid lane matchup at the moment, Yawar 10 for 5, Rio 8 for 3.
See, he does the double mango build.
I think on the Storm, it's pretty nice here in the mid lane.
Yeah.
You got that surprise bit of extra burst in case things start going south pretty quick. And that regen.
Snake gets the 4th stack on Velo, and he has to just TP out instantly. Doesn't TP all the way home though, which is nice. He only TPs to that back tower. So in last hits, the Brew doing just fine at the start. Dubu.
This is going to be your first blood there. The quick drag back into the homing missile. Sets up the kill. Febby will get a few punches onto SVG, but Febby has to be a bit careful in case Tomato wants to fight back. So first blood for VGJ.Storm, the tri lane, working out.
Yeah, the gyro's not less hitting that great though. He has been focused more on getting the kills and pushing in with Flak constantly.
Velo has to be, he's got 7 stacks on him. 8 stacks.
Snake's just bullying him. And they're starting to rotate already. Disruptor moving down. Yawar was getting bullied a bit in the mid lane. His last hits are fine, but he's got his bottle. And out top.
MP.
He's got the doppel.
He's trying to save it to dodge the missile.
He will.
He gets out of there. So they're leaving the PL. I mean, is it really the right move to sack the PL in this lane where he's already suffering?
I think they need him to have farm in this game.
And they are, as you said, they're putting a lot of attention on snaking with these two supports moving down to bottom on Immortals.
They want to try to catch him off guard here.
They've got the Thunder Strike.
He's keeping the stacks on Velo though.
He is in glimpse range, but he has the Firefly. He'll try and get out, but the sleep will be enough. They'll hold him in place.
MSS tried to get him to heal him up, but MSS is actually full HP, so he wouldn't have actually been able to heal him anyway. It's gonna sap that experience down bottom. But a way to kind of alleviate pressure when what we've seen is if you are actually losing your tri lane is you go gank other lane, so you force reactions and then you get the better lane matchups. And snaking ports bottom, refills the IO's bottle. Now Febby stepping very far up.
Hey, just waltzes in into the trees. Now they'll go for the chase down here. A couple of stacks. Febby will go for the sleep. Should just about keep him safe. I mean, the ball's still doing quite a bit of damage to Febby.
And MP shows up now down bottom too, so full lane swaps. He doesn't want to be there, and Brewmaster does TP top. So now they do have the lane matchups that they want on Immortals. And they might look for snaking here. They're gonna try, but there's an IO right behind him. Might see lots of musical lanes coming out as we tend to in these the North American region. You okay? Good.
But it's, I mean, it's ended up as you said. You know, you're always going to see sort of snaking and MSS look to play around one another, and they'll probably stick with these sort of duos for now and see what they can accomplish. Mid lane Rhea still trading pretty even with the farm with DreamLeague.Storm.
Yeah, he wins the lane though. Queen of Pain over the Storm.
I mean, it's got a slight edge, but
slight edge.
DreamLeague still doing fine.
Yep. He's gonna go for the Aquila build, as we see Ryoya do so often. So very even so far.
Just that slight lead for VGJ.Storm with the fact that they need to get that early first blood in bottom lane. MP getting chased down, the napalm stack starting to build up and pop the stick charges. Will Doppelganger backing out of there to remove the stacks and we'll be fine. But as we're seeing, they can keep the pressure on here and try and keep that PL on his toes to try and slow down his farm and make sure that Tomato's having a better time on the other side of the map.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
SVG. Oh, Courier. Be careful with that one, SVG.
They're looking for Febby. They've got the missile.
They're looking for the body blocks, Febby. We'll go for the sleep, but of course the missile will still hold Febby in place, so Tomato and SVG can continue to try and chase, but
SVG was trying to get in front of him for body block. Unable to close the gap though. Snaking. Also on his way up here, he wants to be lane versus that Brewmaster, as we were mentioning. We will see those lanes being swapped around aplenty. SVG, Febby. He's in a hard place now.
He's walked up into this one. They've got the telekinesis to cancel the stomp of VGJ.Storm.
Radiant's top tower
Punish
is under
Febby.
attack.
2-1. The big thing for Immortals is going to be down to how Rhea makes these rotations. He's level 7, yet to skill a point into the Sonic Wave, but almost likely to do so at the level 8 mark, and then that's where these rotations will come through, because at the moment these side lanes looking pretty brutal here for Immortals. Dubu falling low, Velo will jump forward. He's actually going to commit the primal split here off the back of this rotation as he focuses MSS. MSS looking for someone to tether across to, will go across towards the creeps, is bottling up, but the chase will continue from the split as MSS will fall. Dubu nearly going down in return. They get the glimpse back onto SVG, holding him back. Sleep stomp from Febby holds down the Rubik. Immortals will take 2 kills out of this top lane.
And they saved Dubu as well. That was a great split by Velo.
Tomato now left down on the bottom lane to farm against the PL, but pretty tricky indeed. PL having that real extra punch.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under
So
attack.
this is not going to be an easy 1v1. Tomato does need help if they want to try and make sure that Gyra gets some farm.
VGJ.Storm they have to be careful a bit of when they go for straight dives too, because they're playing versus the Queen of Pain. So we've seen time and time again, you go too far for an overextension, Queen of Pain can TP and always just Sonic Wave scream.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He does get a tower at 8 minutes though, forcing Yawar back. Yawar's been jungling a bit, and this Queen of Pain took severe advantage of it. All 3 cars farming very nicely.
The smoke from Immortals, it's got They've got their sights set down bottom. As you said, with the Sonic Wave, they've got a lot of burst.
Dubu's trying to get the glimpse, couldn't get into range for it.
Tomato falling low already. Rio, all that's left is for him to move forward with the Sonic Wave. Finds Tomato. SVG trying to hold one back with the telekinesis, but the glimpse is there, bringing SVG back into the clutches of Immortals. As the rotation from Rio secures them the double kill. The big one knocking Tomato off the map for a bit. And that's exactly what they needed to have happen with their quap.
Yep.
Level 8 makes the play, Rio.
Great rotations with both of the first ultis that they have for their team fights. The Brewmaster as well as that quap. Both getting themselves core kills. Snaking still continuing to farm quite heavily on the Batrider though. He needs to show up to the fights. He's their strong hero at the moment until Gyro hits 6. Because Storm Spirit, we said, they went for a bit of greed with the Storm. He wants to just farm until he's got that Treads Kaya, and then he can look to get more involved with his team.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Tomato just
are fortified.
still trying to find that level 6 on the Gyro.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He needs that cooldown if he wants a chance of sort of getting involved in these fights, because at the moment he's a little behind Tomato.
Structures are fortified.
Not quite where he'd hoped to be on the farm.
Yeah, too many lane rotations just hurt him.
Dire's top tower
And
is under
again,
attack.
another
Radiant's
tower for
bottom
Immortals.
tower has fallen.
There's a split available for Velo in the top lane.
They're going to try and dive in onto him nonetheless. They do have Lasso. They'll close the gap. They've got him locked down. No chance for a reaction from Velo.
And they'll turn it into a tower. Nice rotation. But bottom, they continue to pressure with this Ring of Aquila on the
Dire's
Queen of
top
Pain.
tower
They both have
is under
Aquilas.
attack.
It is just a different approach that he likes to do. Pretty much on all of his mid laners, he gets that killer.
There we go. Tier 2.
threatened.
10 minutes in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, surely Storm.
He's got a haste rune. He could actually look for fights. He
Oh,
gets
Snake King gets glimpsed back. Maybe Iwar can find this on his own. It looks like he can. Indeed, with the haste, chasing it down. They bring Tomato in for the ride. A little unnecessary. Maybe if they can find MP, it'll be worth it, but MP goes for the TP out, nothing to cancel it.
Yeah, no pull yet on the Storm.
Worthy tribute.
It's pretty even, 11 minutes. But just the worry that Tomato needs some space to catch up. They've got to get this farm for the Gyro somehow.
Ryoyo's farming incredibly well.
They have, of course, got MSS backing up their cores. So even though they may be behind some of the bigger ones like Rio, yeah, level 9 on this Queen of Pain, there was always going to be save potential from MSS.
And he's rushing for the Orchid, so he will have those kill potentials on the Storm all the time. If he gets that one at an early time, he should. He can even disassemble the Aquila to make the first component of that Oblivion Staff. Storm needing more time.
Up top Velo. Eyeing up the two MSS and Tomato, but they're quick to get out. They do have the bat near them, and Snake King has got Lasso available again,
Radiant's bottom tower
but unable
is
to
under
look to close the
attack.
gap. Bottom lane, they're going to make a bit of a try onto Rio. They do jump forward, but again, lack of lockdown. Easy blink out, Rio's out. Very hard kill for them to get at the moment, VGJ.Storm. Rio knows, that's why he's been going in with these pushes, knows that it's very unlikely they'll hold him down long enough to kill him.
They need the blink on the Batrider to continue making plays. He's getting very, very close to it. That's going to be their big tell to be able to find those pickoffs around the map. Because they can always, lasso into relocates and bring the Gyro and involve him into all those kills.
Double damage.
He was built, of course. Treads, Kaya,
Dire's middle
Orchid
tower
almost
is under
certainly
attack.
after that. But as you say, with this build-up, he is going to suffer if the silence comes out soon from Quap.
Yeah.
Really, really heavy reliance on MSS to just save him.
Dire's top tower is
A lot of
under
pressure on the
attack.
eye of this game to save their cause whilst they are, sort of getting jumped on at the point where the cause of Immortals are just at a bit of a stronger peak with the Brew and the Quap having very high impact in these mid-game fights.
And it's pretty surprising to see that the Gyro's not even going for the drum build. So they actually have 0
Radiant's
drums on the
bottom
side of
tower
Storm,
has
which
fallen.
sometimes we even see like 2-3 sets of drums on teams. This time, neither side has a drum even being built up.
Yeah, it's a little peculiar.
Right.
They've got what?
MSS is spotted. Sonic Wave, and he's brought down.
is under
And they do have the
attack.
glimpse. Dubu, if he can get vision of Tomato.
And he can. Drags them back into the kinetic field. They've got the jump forward from Velo. Febi's there in as well. Double kill for Rio. They're
Defensive ward that they placed there in the jungle, giving vision of the IO on the sidelines there.
They're making some really good... this Queen of Pain, Rio, he's outdoing himself. This
was his classic back in the day, back when he used to play on.
Snaking. He's trying to find the right target. Oh, MP! He's gonna be fine. And now with the Static Storm down, the Rubik gets beaten back. MP indeed playing them there.
The mind games.
He'll get out. The blink reveal from Snaking, not what VGJ.Storm needed it to be.
And they've gotten 4 towers or 3 towers on the side of Immortals already, getting that bottom tier 2 very early, opening them up the map so they can constantly be playing more aggressive here now because of this deep vision. They kind of know where Storm is playing around, and they can play as fast-paced as possible whenever they do have split available or any of their big ultis. They do have split ready with a blink. Kaya is finished up on Yawar. He will be going for that Orchid next, but not going to have it at the speed that this Queen of Pain is having.
No, not at all. Rio. 7k net worth coming up on his Queen of Pain. At just 15 minutes in. Bottom lane, Velo. Jumping in onto SVG. The sleep stomps there as well from Febi. Now surround the Rubik and another kill for Immortals. Rio joining in. Wants the money, wants the gold. Will go towards his Orchid fund, as he is incredibly close to having that done. This Queen of Pain is going to be a real problem.
Yeah, they're punishing the greediness from the Storm pick from Vici. And Tomato still struggling to get online. He's got the Yasha. He has to actually rush the BKB so he can start getting more involved with his team to make space for that Storm Spirit. Snaking is porting into the midst of Immortal. And Velo just uses split.
Yeah, straight up. Goes for the split here. Snaking being focused. Jump forward from Rio. For some reason, the courier is still following. They'll send the courier back to safety. Snaking will not be able to return to a safer place as they do take down the Batrider. He's usually TPing into, I guess, an area that he just expected to be safe there in his jungle, but it was not going to be the case.
Immortals has been on top of their warding game. This division bottom because they get the 2 towers early on, and that ward top catching the IO as well with the gyrocopter. They've really been maneuvering just much faster than Storm is able to respond. You kind of see the ports on the side of VGJ.Storm just running back and forth, trying to save each other. Just a bit too late, not really able to make plays without snaking.
Still, overall, very close in the net worth between these two teams.
Yeah.
But as I say, you've got to watch what Rio can do now with that Orchid timing. It's finished, and of course, way before there's any sort of counterplay items complete on Storm's cores.
Yeah, they know that the Bruce Split is on cooldown now, so this is where they're going to try to get aggressive. And they need to keep getting aggressive with this Batrider. He has to make the space for his team. He can't really show too much on the map. He can't be playing this farming Batrider.
We'll see if you can find anything. Smoked up behind the Storm, but Immortals, they're not biting. They're playing safe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not going out one by one and making sure that they don't get caught out by these sort of off-map movements that VGJ.Storm are trying to make. VGJ.Storm.
They need to just farm more on VGJ.Storm. They need to get the BKB on Gyro. They need to get that Orchid and then the BKB afterwards on the Storm Spirit before they can look to take just head-on engagements. Immortals, though, they won't slow down. They wanted to go for a smoke play here, it looks like, but they actually don't have one on them. They're going to bring it out on the courier, it seems. At least a sentry. Both teams kind of just running around the map a bit with like all 4 or 5 heroes.
I think both are, aware, whether it be the Blink Lasso or the quad with the Orchid. There's a lot of scary solo kill potential. They just really don't want to be caught out, split apart.
It's time to farm up that ancient stack. Ooh, stack those. Rubik did, so Rubik will get that bonus gold. And this type of slowdown period, I do think it benefits VG.Storm because they do have that Storm Spirit who's catching back up quite nicely, and they aren't able to abuse the Queen of Pain's early Orchid timing. MP, position bottom. He's looking for Snay, or who's looking for who? Snay's got an Invis rune. Relocate.
Yeah, MP's in trouble. The MSS coming in is going to help them have a bit of a chase down, but it looks like they're scared. They're aware that TP's maybe coming in to back it up, and they won't be able to get MSS.
4 TPs by Immortals.
Snake King does have the Invis rune bottled, and will pop it as he'll look to come forward, get a bit of intel, but they are playing very scared, VGJ.Storm. I mean, there is like the full team down it, but Snake King will spot it. Oh, that smoke dispelled immediately as well. So Snake King, great place for him to be with that Invis rune, as it puts a stop to the whole intentions of the Immortals team movement.
They just want to look for pickoffs, like we were saying with the Batrider. With the relocates, they can look for those, but taking head-on engagements without BKB is going to be really tough for them. Just waiting for that Gyro to have it. He's about 1,200 gold away. Then they could actually look to take on head engagements, because they should have that timed with the Orchid on the Storm. Snaking, spotted out by Velo.
They've got the glimpse back into the field.
He did.
Now it's going to be Snaking down. These sort of quick catches, both sides can pull them off, but at the moment, Immortals, they've just been able to do it a little bit more. 10-4.
Minimal gold lead. It's swinging between like 500 gold lead. The experience a bit favoring Storm, because they're not running around so much as 5. They're splitting the map up a bit more. Velo has gone for the Midas on the Brew, so he does want to be that more transitioning core, since they do have the Queen of Pain who's farming well, but they do have it's Queen of Pain and a PL versus a Gyro and Storm who scale quite hard.
Yeah, they want to get that level 25 eventually. Yeah, and the sooner they get that, the better. Mid lane, they may have just found another kill.
They commit the splitter.
They're getting some really nice pickoffs here, Immortals. I mean, with the pace of the game, these sort of big ults, it doesn't matter if they drop them. They know that there's not going to be any sort of team fight that VGJ.Storm are going to come looking for, so.
Not yet, that is, though, but they will They will have the BKB on the Gyro in a second, and I believe the Storm Spirit has Orchid already done now, too.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Snaking, getting gone on again here. He will survive, barely.
A little bit close, that. Snake's fine. Bottom lane, Tubu. Maybe see if he can get a grab with the glimpse, but MSS and Tomato are back. MSS tethering out Carty, giving him a bit of a head start there as they look to try and finish off that tier 1 tower bottom. Won't be the case though, because Velo there to clean up, push back the wave.
Rio is getting close to BKB on Queen of Pain too. That's going to help him, because Storm Spirit already has that Orchid finished. But this is the game of BKBs on the course. Gyro has one done. They can look to start making fights.
Yeah, that court's going to be pretty invincible, the BKB. There's not really physical damage at all on Storm's lineup at the moment.
No.
Gyro is going to barely tickle at this stage of the game with the BKB.
He's just
should build up at the moment.
Incredibly farmed on that Queen of Pain.
Let's see what they can do. Immortals leading in down the mid lane. SVG, is he going to get spotted out? He's just outside of range, so they won't see the vision for the glimpse back. But they have got the space for Rio to start knocking on this tier 2 tower mid. Is anyone from Storm going to respond to it? Looks like, I mean, again, Immortals very scared. They sort of go for a quick poke.
They found an ancient stack.
Yeah, MP taking it.
They're all huddled around, though. Immortals just playing completely as a unit.
SVG, what's he got? I'll grab the clap.
But you can see the style that VG.Storm wants to play. They want to just put the map up constantly still and then just wait till later stages for that Storm even to have BKB too. He's got the Orchid, but there's already a BKB on the Queen of Pain. At the moment, Immortals does have some better vision on the map. Could look for Ryoya here, but he's about to get the BKB delivered. Would not be a favorable option.
Yeah, both teams just continue to avoid one another. It's, you know, sure, we've seen Immortals have a bit of success with the pickoffs, but it's not hurting sort of VGJ.Storm's overall game plan. They're still farming now on their cores. That's exactly what they wanted. They need to get Tomato and Yawara into a good place, and they already are. They're doing all right on the Storm and the Gyro.
think it's really good that the Brewmaster bought Blink, because the pace of the game was so slow that he just needs to be able to rely on getting some gold.
Radiant's middle tower
Febby's also been a bit
attack.
greedy. He's gone for that Spirit Vessel pickup. Spirit Vessel, one of the crucial items versus an IO. Just constantly throw that on him. He can't actually heal his teammates in the fights. And Immortals, now they will go for that Roche. Will VG.Storm have a clue about it? Will they be able to make it in time?
At the moment, doesn't look like it.
They are smoking up.
It's already down to half health, though. They've got to head straight over there. Maybe Yawar goes for a play, but at the moment, he's just clearing out mid. Reveals himself from the smoke, and yep, they're not going towards the pit, so Immortals...
They get this one for free.
They do. And we have it. Aegis will be taken by MP. But still, the farm continues to be on par from VGJ.Storm. Incredibly close, despite the uneven kill score.
Just a farm game, Owen. 24 minutes. This is the slowest game we've had all day. Both teams just working around each other.
Maybe they're getting tired in NA.
I got that lag spike too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Should be a temporary spike. We can get back in. Oh, they gave the lag question mark.
Storm wants to try to, I think they still want to try to get some pickoffs with this bat. Even though they're versus an Aegis now, they want Immortals to just split up. So they want to just split push the side lanes, force someone to react to it. But Immortals isn't giving them that option. They're still just, they're running as a unit. They're running as either 4 or 5 heroes every single time. They're not showing the PL in the lanes either. He's pretty much farming jungle majority of the time. Right now he does have Aegis, so he is a little bit more, he has a little bit more liberty to actually push the lanes out. But for the most part, it's been Ryoya, or Ryoya.
Ryoya.
Ryoya? I did say it right. I'll do that the whole time. It's a long day. Just say Ryo from now on.
Tomato will go for BKB and the Manta style. At least that's what he's got queued up at the moment. There's silences and such.
Yep, just get some stats.
Yep.
Be able to break out of that Orchid. Blah, blah, blah. Bottom, MP. They might be able to find a pick here. SVG will just quick TP out.
Snaking still hiding around in the trees, but obviously unlikely to reveal himself. Unless they want to bring a relocate player in. But nah, he's out of there. TP's away in the trees. Febby does try for the stomp.
They want to go for something top here now. They split up the map. That's all they want to be doing on this Storm lineup. Just try pickups when they split off. They won't be able to find anything just yet. Snaking is going to just sit behind his course, and he will also queue up a BKB.
Here I am.
So BKB almost finished on Storm as well. They are out farming the PL a bit. That's the one thing, is MP is falling a little bit behind the Gyro and the Storm Spirit. It's mostly the Queen of Pain who's keeping up. Both sides' levels as well are fairly even too. The Storm Spirit's a bit ahead of Quap, Bat, and Gyro are the same as the PL Panda, and then the supports are pretty much identical.
Let's see who's going to find who here. Velo, Dubu, Febby. Feb managed to find the grab, but MSS, he's still tethered himself out of that. Hard target to go for with a glimpse back and kinetic field play. As MSS will always be able to do that. Get back to a fellow teammate and get out of there.
Farmu. 1k gold lead now for Immortals. Experience still 1k leading Storm. BKB now finished on the Storm Spirit though, so his game now is much easier because there already was minimal disabled, but he was playing Storm Spirit. There's a disruptor, but I mean he's 0-0-1. He's pretty much just strictly, this is just the farm game, and now he can actually play around Immortals, big ultis as well as that Orchid. So maybe they wait for this Aegis to time out. It's still got about 2 minutes left though. And they actually do find SVG.
Look at the vision for the glimpse. TP cancelled, SVG gone. Quick catch from Immortals. And maybe just a Rubik, but in this sort of drought of kills that we're in at the moment, anything is nice for Immortals.
You want taking mid tower. Immortals taking top.
Middle tower has fallen.
Tubu getting vision around bottom.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dubu's got to be
Dire's
really
bottom
careful here.
tower is under
But they are
attack.
TPing now with the ET as well. Tomato will get stomped.
That's
Look,
better.
they want MSS.
They've got the Static Storm, but MSS just go for the TP out.
He Glimmer TP'd, BKB TP, but he gets completely bursted down. The ET standing on top of him.
Not the first BKB usage that you want to go for, is that, Jaro?
No, definitely not.
And, well, I guess did he put that stuff because they could have gone for the relocate out, couldn't they? But what, did he pop the BKB and then I guess obviously MSS was like, oh, I can't help you.
He popped it after. I think MSS just Glimmer TP'd. I think they thought he could just BKB TP out and he'd be safe. But far too much physical damage when the ET's standing on top of you. Plus, you know, Sonic Wave, so. Slipping up. 2k gold now for Immortals. Full Shiva's Guard on this Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Rio is absolutely massive. Yuar is close behind though on the Storm, but still yet to really see a fight where VGJ.Storm as a whole have really been able to do anything.
They're just still looking for pickoff. Look at this, he's cutting creep wave back here. Top also, the supports are cutting the waves. They just feel they need more items still. Gyro needs B-Fly. Storm wants a Lincolns. Bat wants his BKB. It's very hard to fight into this Brewmaster lineup. And Snaking, he does show himself.
They've got the stun out with the primal split. They've got the vision, they surround him.
They're looking to take the fight here though, Storm.
And if they got the wraparound, they do move in straight away. The Rio pops the BKB, cuts down the Rubik. There'll be a buyback from the Bat Rider for this attempt, but the Static Storm controls the IO. This Storm trying to go ham onto Dubu will at least find one kill from the side of Immortals. Tomato with the BKB, chasing down Velo, looking for the brew, zips out from Yuar, bringing him down low. The Earthsplitter comes out onto Tomato, he pops the Manta style. Rio jumps in though, has the silence onto the Storm. He's found a triple kill. He moves forward onto Snaking. They're losing everything on VGJ.Storm.
The buyback.
There will be a buyback. So what the hell's going on?
Oh my god, these fights. The first fight of the game.
What that buyback from Yuar?
He gets what, an ultra kill?
Coming in from afar, just zips in and just gets the, what the hell was that? Ultra kill.
He
What
got an ultra kill.
Buyback.
Ultra
What
kill
a
from it,
buyback.
but he has the gold penalty, so sure he would get.
Yeah, but I mean, still, the XP. Think
The
of the
XP
XP.
is massive, but he doesn't get that godlike kill streak
Whoa,
bounty.
that was a
Dire's middle tower is
fantastic
under
Storm
attack.
Spirit buyback.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing something like that in
I
quite.
actually, how many
He's
levels,
level 24.
How many levels did he get from that?
I think he got 27.
I mean, they definitely needed to go for that buyback. Snaking died back too, right?
He's nearly 25 you are now. Oh, that was a fantastic buyback.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen, actually.
That was... You are. He's, yeah, where you...
They lined up for it.
Where are you at now, Samuel, he says to his brother. Look at those Storm Spirit plays. Wow, you are. Fantastic. Still, 6k overall lead for Immortals off the back of that.
This Quap is a huge problem in the fights. He just stood his ground. Nobody could really do anything to him. Snaking died twice without really being able to find a good lasso. But with that Storm buyback, yeah, they kind of almost make it even. The fight still gold going for Immortals. The Brew split, they just have no way to deal with it when he pops in the fights. And the supports are just too tanky.
Oh!
He does go for the Scepter.
The Scepter bonus is in the game, boys and girls.
And he's got it not only with the Gyro, but with the Storm as well. So if he can get that AoE Vortex,
I mean, that's quite hard to do.
that would be really hard to do.
Dire are scanning.
That's quite hard to do. We'll see if he does it. Or lasso, straight up, Storm, zipping in. They're moving immediately with the BKB on Yuar. Zip zapping around, bringing MP down low. Can they finish off this PL? He's looking for it. Yuar's out of mana though. Now with the Sonic Wave flying through onto 3, Rio's bursting them down low. Turns towards SVG, blinks in to finish off the Rubik. Dubu will get taken down by Yuar, but the jump forward from Velo's there. He's chasing down the Storm, has to put the BKB because of the homing missile. Rio's in as well with the dagger. They surround Yuar.
He's down for 120.
He's down for 2 minutes. Oh no! The level advantage that he had from that buyback. 6 Storm Spirit players come back to haunt him. Because of that advantage, he is down for an incredibly long time. 100 seconds, no Storm Spirit. What a game.
Yeah. Lots of farming into abrupt two big team fights, and Immortals coming out big time ahead in both of these. Sure, the last one, Yawar did get those kills with the buyback, but he is down for a very long time, and they're going to be able to get a rosh off of this one. They're just too tanky, it seems like, on the side of Immortals. They can't really bring down the ET or any of the supports or anybody really in the fights quick enough. Snaking really struggling to get those lassos.
I'll take the overload pierces immunity this game as well, you are. And the remnants.
Looking very hard for VGJ.Storm though.
It is. This is some big momentum. I mean, I don't know, the sort of the battle of the mid laners, but overall, it's just Rio. This guy's Queen of Pain. It's been fantastic. 14-1-4. As he's pretty much got the nullifier done. 100 gold and the relic will be there. This is some of the best Queen of Pain I've seen in all of the qualifiers from Rio. This is he's having an amazing game. Nullifier Orchid, 34 minutes in. He can kill anyone on the map.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And fortification will be forced out by VGJ.Storm.
They just don't have the damage. Tomato's just still 200 farmed on the gyro.
Jump
Even though
forward,
he's up.
SVG. He's gone. That'll be a set of racks mid, and maybe more. There's no tier 2s up. The base is certainly open for Immortals to take what they can get. It may just be a Rubik down, but it's a man down out of the full 5 that VGJ.Storm kind of need to take a fight. Unless Yawar can do something crazy.
They still can't really take the fight too well, though. This PL now has a heart. They still have Aegis. Cheese, snaking, gets the lasso.
He does. Yawar's going to come in as well with the BKB. They've got the BKB from Tomato moving in with the cooldown. Immortals getting brought down pretty low here. They managed to find the Elder Titan, but they've lost the bat. They've lost the IO. IO will buy back straight away. Dubu drops down the Static Storm. He loses his life, but that Static Storm, along with another fire from Rio, it's enough to hold down Yawar. GG is called. As game 1 will be taken by Immortals. A bit of a slow start, calculated start, but the Rio Queen of Pain really being the big one there.
Yeah, he played super well. It did seem like VGJ.Storm was just super behind in the whole game. They were just farming it up till they got items, and then they tried